Welcome back to the No More Lies 2012 YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how I took down my mini braids that I had in for about 3 weeks. But before I do that, I want to show you how much hair grew within that 3-week period. Just to show you that your hair is growing, you just have to retain the length that you're growing. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to retain this length by properly taking down these mini braids. So just keep watching so that you can see how to take down braids or twist or whatever kind of style that you have. Okay, so in order to take my hair down, I'm going to use 2 products. So I have this Juices and Botanics, the Juice Leave-In Spray. And so this is actually mostly water. I had maybe this much product left and I filled the rest of it with water. So if you do have this product, what I would suggest is that you get a different spray bottle and just put like a small amount into the bottle and then fill the rest of it up with water so that you're not wasting like any products or using too much of your product. And so using this spray with the little leave-in in it. And if you don't have this spray, you can just get a little bit of leave-in conditioner, like just get a little bit amount and then fill the rest of the bottle up with water and shake it up really well so that it can have so it can be, you know, really liquidy and not too thick. And then I'm also using grapeseed oil. I like grapeseed oil for taking down twists and braids because it's really, you know, liquidy and it's moisturizing, and so it's going to help prevent having any tangles. And so if you want to prevent having tangles, you're going to want to do this method. And so what happens is whenever you start taking braids down, if you have ever taken braids or twists down, you know that once you start like pulling the braids apart, it'll create a knot on the end and then you have to cut it out or try to get the knot out and it just causes a mess. But if you moisturize your hair using the LCL method at least like 1 to 2 days before you're going to take your hair down so your hair can have some moisture in it already and not be too dry. So re-moisturize your hair at least 1 to 2 days before you're going to take it down, and then follow this method. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray my hair. I'm going to spray from the roots to the tips. So I'm going to spray it with this spray, and then I'm going to rub it through the braid just to make sure that it gets all damp. I'm not drenching it. I'm just getting it a little damp. I'm just going to put a little bit more. All right. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the oil on the tips of my hands and I'm going to rub it through the ends, and I'm also going to take that oil up. I'm going to put a little bit more. So I like grapeseed oil also because it is inexpensive. So and a little bit goes a long way. I've had this bottle for forever, like at least a year. And so because I did a 2-strand twist on the end, I'm going to unravel it the opposite direction so that it can start to separate naturally. And so this is what I was talking about here, and I'll show you again. So because my ends are completely moisturized, it's gonna prevent getting snagged. So I'm gonna go ahead and start gently pulling apart the braid where it naturally separates from the end there, and then pulling it apart. Okay, so just naturally pulling the braid apart. So normally what happens is, I'm just going to give you an example. So here you can see if you were to keep pulling this down, it will create, if your hair wasn't moisturized, it would create a knot right here. But since my hair is moisturized, it's just going to slip. It's just going to slip right through, right? And if your hair feels a little dry and it doesn't feel really like oily like, you want to put a little bit more product. So as you can see, like my hair is just sliding through the ends so that my ends are completely protected in this process. So you can see it can just easily get undone from the braid. And like I said, if your hair was dry, you wouldn't be able to easily, you know, do this. It would just get, you know, it would get caught on, you know, on those areas where it gets stuck. It wouldn't easily slip apart from each other. And so I'm doing it this way because I didn't do like completely separate 3 strands without grabbing hair from the ends as I was getting towards the end. I didn't do that. And so that's also important if you didn't do that. I was just trying to get these braids in. And if you get to a point where you can go ahead and unbraid it without it getting snagged on anything, then you can go ahead and do it. I think I can probably unbraid here. And you just kind of braid the opposite way. But so I just wanted to give you an example. And I'm not digging my nails in. I'm using the pads of my fingers to, pull this apart. Because you don't want to dig your nails into it and create breakage. So it easily comes apart. And this is a tedious process, but if you don't want any breakage, then it's worth doing it. And it's going to take me a little while because I'm on camera right now, but I'm just going to do this one braid on camera, and then I'll come back when I'm done towards the front of my head so that I can do this faster without filming. So this process is perfect if you have mini braids, but you can also do this on bigger braids or twists, any braids or twists where you're taking them down. And if you're going too fast and it, by the time you get to the end, it's like a knot right here, you're trying to figure out how to pull it out. Well, if your hair is completely moisturized, then it should just glide through. And if you need more product, obviously add more product. But you don't want to necessarily drench your hair. You just want to get it a little damp and then put more oil. And grapeseed oil, just to read it, it says that it's for sensitive skin in need of natural moisturization for protection from free radical damage without clogging pores and causing breakouts. And so it is a moisturizing. Oils don't moisturize your hair, but it's a moisturizing oil, meaning it has a lot of slip. So I do like that it has a lot of slip. So I do have a link in my description box of this particular brand that I have. So if you're interested in getting this brand, it's linked in my description box, as well as this product here. If you are using your nails, because these are really small, so just kind of gently tug your nail on the braid, just gently. Section, and I gently kind of separate it with my thumb and separate the strands further. And I do this to help with wash day. So it should be fairly easy to wash my hair and detangle it, because I already detangled each section, and I would do this for each section. And again, if your hair feels still kind of dry as you're taking these down, just spritz it a little bit, add more oil. The oil is going to be most helpful because it's going to give you the slip. All right, and so there you go. I have one braid completely down. It's completely tangle free. Completely tangle free and ready for wash day. So what I'm gonna do is, once I take down the braid, Once I take down the braid, I just kind of loosely do a twist like this, just loosely. So I loosely do a twist just so it can be out of the way. And then once I, like, say for example, I take the next one down, I will just loosely unravel this twist and add all the hair to the twist. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this all over my head, and like I said, I'm gonna come back when I get towards the front and I don't have much left. Okay. So I went ahead and did everything off camera, but I wanted to show you how the front of my hair was really small. Like, they were micro braids and it took forever to take them down. So I just went ahead and did it all off camera. So that is all for this video. After 16 hours, I completed my whole head. Yes, 16 long hours. So I thank y'all for watching this video. Let me know if you're going to try this method when you're taking your braids or twists down. And I will see y'all in the next video.